What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Reality Pill channel. Today we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Jesus. Go ahead. Yes, why I have a question for you. A very simple question.
Yes.
You're how old?
I am 22.
How old is your father?
My father is in his 40s, his late 40s.
So he's younger than me.
Yes.
When you speak to your father, do you speak to him as in the same manner in which you speak to me?
Yes, I'm extremely respectful to him, and yeah, I do.
You respect you think
Very
this is
respectful.
you think this is respectful. Okay.
Yes, Kevin.
Okay.
I've always been respectful to you. I've told you that I enjoy your show. I love your show. It's
Okay.
great.
Right. What can I
Yes.
do for you tonight?
So on the topic of high value and being a high value woman, on my journey, something that I've noticed is when it comes to dark skinned Black men in particular, they,
We're not doing that. Nope, we're not doing that. That's a non-starter. You will leave colorism, you will leave race out. You will speak on the topic. I did not bring race up once. 22 years old. I don't care what you believe off here. If you have something to say, you'll be on the topic without making it about colorism, race, or I will bid you a good night. Is that clear? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You can unmute yourself. So I think one of the interesting things. Oh, unmute yourself.
oh, hi, yes. So
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said,
Oh,
and
there's
it's
no,
very
there
clear.
is no, there's. I just need to know if you heard what I said. Do you agree to follow my rules?
I agree to follow your rules. Yes.
Thank you.
So going from here on out, you don't want to talk about this topic at all, is what you're saying.
No, no. See, what I'm talking about is traits of being a high value woman, and nowhere in my entire monologue did I mention race, nor did I mention
Okay.
skin tone. Neither did the previous two callers. So, due respect, that's not the topic.
I understand that. It's just been something that's been very prominent in my
I
experience.
don't care about.
All right, so you see how someone is establishing the rules to their show, pretty much telling you that if this isn't the time or place for it, let's keep it off here for now. This is about something slightly different, or if you are going to have these conversations, you're going to leave certain things out of it. But she can't respect that. She believes with this entitled attitude that she can come in and dictate how this goes when she's on another man's show. And that is part of the disrespect. That is part of the disrespect. Someone else is coming into your home and telling you exactly how the rules are going to go. It's not going to happen.
What's been prominent. See, this is not the Casey show. If it's been prominent in your life, you have an entire channel. Go make it about that. This is what I said, the lack of respect. I've already said what the show is about. And you come over here trying to make it about what you want to talk about. It's disrespectful.
Okay, Kevin.
I mean,
Well,
truthfully, I mean, would you or did you go to college?
yes, I actually graduated recently.
Congratulations. Would you
Thank
walk
you.
into a political science class talking about physics because you had physics on the mind?
No, but those are two
No,
unrelated topics.
no, it's not. I asked, it's still college. Its bottom line is one class is on something, and this is on another. Or when the professor's speaking on his subject, would you go in and try to change the subject or talk about what you want to talk about? See, I think the more interesting thing, Casey, is why do you continue to come back over here? You're an advocate for Black women dating out, but you continue to come over here. Is it not interesting enough where you're at?
I watch your channel because I like to learn. I like the information that you give. I use the skills that you provide women to find a high value man.
But you
You're
already have a boyfriend. You have a white boyfriend.
right, and he's on the younger side, so he's not making six figures, though I have been asked on multiple dates from men who are in that category. They
Okay,
were
but
just
why
at
do you why
40, so I chose not to go forward with them.
they were what?
But I used the tools
No, no,
that
no.
I
They
chose
they were
not to
what?
go
They
forward
were
with
they were what? 40?
40, 35 to early 40s.
Well,
That was a bit too old for me. I'll be
excuse me.
honest.
Listen. Then why do you need a high value man? Get a regular guy.
Every girl should have a high value man.
Then every girl would not have a high value man.
Exactly. That's what essentially makes them high value. They're not easy to come by. Something that is of value isn't easy to come by. Usually you have to work for those things if you don't have them already. But by her logic, there are more women on this earth than men. So if every woman should have one, that doesn't even make mathematical sense. It doesn't work. It's a reason why their value is so high, and most people want them. Is because it's not easy to attain.
That makes no sense. That's mathematically impossible. If every girl had a high value man, there would be no high value men because every man would be the same. Thus,
Okay.
none would be higher value.
So, what is your advice for getting a high value man in his
Well,
mid 20s?
here's one thing I would suggest. Stop being one. There's something going on in your spirit at 22 years old to be this um, disagreeable.
Okay.
It's
Why do
very
you say I'm disagreeable?
uh, well. It's not I said. I'm just saying. At 22 years old, you have a lot of issues. That if you're really having issues, I would go seek professional therapy. YouTube is not the place to suss out these color issues. This isn't the place for that. If you really want to do improvement, that's one on one with an actual professional counselor. But you got to pay for that. But I said it's a disagreeable nature because talking to you, it's been a disagreeable experience, but I can handle it. I'm just saying if I met you in public and you were this way, I would not even, I would, there would be no further interaction. But back to the point of
Really?
why do you need a high value man? What makes you, why do you need a man that makes that kind of money?
I need a man that makes that kind of money because I've been around a lot of upper middle class kids and a lot of rich kids. And I
Okay.
see the kind of lifestyles they have.
All
I
right.
see the kind of lifestyles their parents have provided them with better schools,
Are your
study
parents,
abroad opportunities.
were your parents upper middle class?
That's another thing. My mom actually out earned my dad, and they did make
I
six
said
figures
your
together.
parent, I said, see, active listening. I said your parents, and you went to your mother, and the problem, and that she made more. I didn't make the distinction.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well,
But that's
yes.
that's the disagreeable nature you have. Always looking for the distinction to correct someone or to make an issue where there is none. I clearly said, were your parents upper middle class? You found an issue. No, that's the problem. That's the issue. My mother made more than my father. That was you, not me.
Okay, I see. Well, my parents made six figures.
Okay, your parents made six figures. What is your degree in?
My degree is in biology.
Okay, and what did you plan on doing with that degree in biology
I am planning on going to med school.
and pursuing what?
I would like to be a primary care physician.
Okay, primary care, not general medicine,
Yes,
not an
actually
internist.
pediatric. Actually pediatric.
Pediatrics. All right. So after you're married and you get pregnant with your first child, do you want to have to continue to work to pay significant bills?
Yes, and I would like to work part-time, but I would
Okay.
also like to have a nanny.
Right. So again, part time.
Yes.
And what percentage of the bills do you think your income should support for the entire family?
0.
Right. So you don't want to have to work to pay significant bills if you don't want your income to cover anything. So let's get on to the next thing. You want to go to school, acquire all this debt. At the end of the day, you don't want to have to carry any of the financial load. Fine. My question is this: who, at what age do you think a man makes that kind of money legally?
I would say 30, early 30s.
What state do you live in?
I live in Michigan.
And how much money were you talking about annually for three children?
I would say 300K on the low end.
And who makes $300,000 on the low end legally by age 30? What professions?
Early 30s, doctors.
Right.
Yeah. So
Go ahead. Who else?
I would say I don't really know what other professions,
Right.
maybe
So if
entrepreneur.
you're gonna whittle down this country of 300 plus 350 million people down to just men over 30 to doctors, male doctors over 30.
Okay.
Hmm,
Yes. I mean,
great.
pretty
Great.
sure there's
And
other
here's the
professions.
question. And here's the okay, that's fine. Over 30. And here's the thing. Why would they want you?
I think that they would want me because they've already reached out to me, to be completely honest.
No, no, no. I ask you a simple question. I
Okay.
see. Why would they want you?
Because I'm fit, I'm fun, I'm flirty, I'm beautiful, I have no children, and I'm agreeable. I'm cooperative.
Look, sweetheart. Let me go ahead and cut to the chase. They've reached out at you because you look nice. They can't know all this other stuff, so you can stop capping. Um, and there's a big difference between wanting to date you, to have sex with you, and or marry you. Big difference.
Okay. And so I guess my next question for you
No,
is
the real
how
question. No,
I
no, no. The thing is, why should someone take you? Who is going to? Who's paying for all the? Are you? Do you have? How much is your student loan debt right now?
right now I'm only about 30K in debt.
Only 30K. All right. And then how much will medical school be?
Oh, I'm not even it'll be over six figures. I'll
Right.
be over 6 figures in debt.
So let's get this straight. Casey comes with $30,000 in student loan debt, not including consumer and credit card debt. Then afterwards, she's going to tack on an additional 6 figures in medical school debt. Yet this guy, the doctor, is supposed to pick you because you're fun, fit, beautiful, flirty, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And you don't want to have to pay zero, you want to pay 0% of the family bills. And he has other women who are fun, fit, flirty, in far less debt, who are as attractive, many maybe more. And he should pick you. Why?
Well, something that I have that they don't have, and I know that you say that men don't care about degrees, but another channel that I've watched actually said that men do like degrees, women with degrees.
Excuse me, ma'am. Your degree matters nothing if you plan on doing nothing to help the family with it. You said you want to pay 0% of the bills. So to respect, you could have not even graduated high school for the outcomes we're going to get from your degrees and your hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. See, what I do on this show is I test and question what women like yourself want. And that's fine. I make no bones about what you want. But I ask, what do you bring to the table to get it? And what it sounds to me like is your list of what you want is very long, and you really have not articulated why a guy should buy it.
Okay. I feel like I listed all the reasons that you listed
What's
for.
unique to you, though, sweetheart? That's the question. You're fit. Okay. Due respect, I don't see your picture. So I'm just going off what you say. But what would you rank
Okay.
yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7, just your face.
I've already given you,
I don't
I believe.
remember, dear. I've slept.
Oh,
So
okay.
here we go again. I don't
Okay.
care. I've slept. We're still here.
So I'd give myself an adjustable 6 because, as I said last time, I would never put myself on the same scale as Beyonce, but I will say that people have told me that I'm very beautiful.
Okay.
Sometimes people just randomly tell me that. So
Okay.
that's why
All
I
right.
think I'm pretty.
Okay, that's fine. But again, but I think you'd be reasonable to say that an adjustable 6 is not an 8 or a 9, so you're not winning, you're not outperforming in the area of beauty. Where are you outperform Here's the question. Where are you outperforming the female competition?
I want to change that. I think I'm an 8, but if I put myself as an 8, then Beyonce needs to be a 9.
No, Beyonce is where
Oh,
she is because she is.
and we can't say 7.
No, you can't.
Okay.
So where
Okay.
are you outperforming the female competition?
I I feel like I'm more feminine, especially when it comes to other unfortunately, other Black women. A lot of Black women aren't as feminine today for reasons that I won't go into because you don't wanna talk about it, but
No.
I feel like I'm more feminine. I'm in shape compared to a lot of other Black women, but
Okay.
again, I'm not competing with Black women for the most
Yeah,
part, so
yeah, but see, here's the thing. How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
And how often do you wear heels?
I never wear heels.
And you're feminine.
I can't. There's a medical reason why I can't. I have a bunion, so but I do wear dresses.
You have bunions.
I do. That sounds so bad.
Because it is. You can't wear heels. I'm sorry.
No, it's a bone that sticks out of your foot.
I know what a
Okay,
bunion is.
okay,
Check that shit. See, that's what I mean. You need to back that attitude up. I'm not your peer, little girl.
okay.
That's what I said earlier. I'm not your fucking peer. You're 22.
Right, right.
Act like
Okay,
it.
okay. So
Oh man, for a 22-year-old, you could tell this woman is going to be a massive headache. This is the type of woman to get to her 30s and then wonder why she's still single and then complain about all the men that are just trash and this, that, and the third and how she wishes she should have been. Listen, we've heard this story a million times. She's just starting at a very young age. This will be the cat lady later speaking about how men are all the same. She wished that this could have happened differently and that could have happened differently. Listen, it's just bad signs all over.
pretty much you're telling me I can have all that, but if I'm not an 8 or a 9, there's no
What I'm telling you is you want a man who is earning in the top 3% in this country.
Right,
That's fine. But due respect, most women want him. And what
right.
are you doing to outperform the hundreds, thousands of women who are trying to get him?
I am so how do the men in my inbox that make 6 figures that are doctors and lawyers,
Have you seen any W
how
2s? How do you
mm,
know what they make?
I mean, I know one guy for sure owned multiple restaurants in an
Right.
area that
But
I
see,
live
what
in.
he owns is him. There's a difference.
Okay,
See, I make money, but what me giving it to you is it's a big difference.
right.
See, you ladies tend to mistake this because a man makes money like you have access to it. But let's get on to the plot.
Okay.
You think a man in 35 or 40 is too old. So what you want is a young millionaire.
No, not a millionaire.
You want a young man who's earning $300,000 or more, and they don't do that legally. So,
Right, right.
so you know what that means. You're gonna be right here. Here's another one for you. Dog. And here's what the rest of your life's gonna look like. Because this is where you're headed.
Okay. Okay, but how can I tell when the guys ask me out on a date? How can I tell if they actually wanna date me or if they just wanna
Well,
sleep with me?
I would tell you right now, I'm not trying to be funny, but talking to you, what do I get? I got a 22-year-old with a lot of opinions and nothing substantive. And I'm not trying to be rude, but a 22-year-old young lady's opinions are worth what I can write on the back of a stamp. You have a degree in
Okay.
biology and an entitled attitude. Your father doesn't make this kind of money. Your mother and father together, if they made this kind of money, that would be saying something. And you want one person to make this kind of money so he can pay all of your. I just let you talk so you can go back and listen to how entitled you sound. I want a biology degree and go to medical school and rack up all this. And then I want somebody to come take care of me for the rest of my life. And in exchange, they get the wonderful me that is Casey. And then I'll just biologically reproduce like any other woman on the face of the planet. You're not going to do anything outside of that. And oh, by the way, pay all this debt that I put on you. You're not special.
I see what you're saying. But
Well,
when you're looking for,
and the thing is, when you come in here with this stuff that you've been coming in here with these colorism and this and that. I'm like, I get it now. You are you can want what you want. I don't make any bones in that. But the thing is, what is he gonna get from you?
my youth, I think that's a
It
big
doesn't
one.
matter if you your youth.
Yes.
Who okay, let's test that. A man,
Okay.
you don't want to date a man in his 30s.
Right. I just changed my mind about that.
Well, but no. You don't want him. You want his money and his outcomes.
And I learned from
And
you that
no,
relationships are okay. Go ahead.
but the problem is if you think that a man that's up there won't be able to snip, your intentions aren't good, ma'am. You really don't
Do
care
men
about,
have good intentions?
again, your intention. See, this is this tit for tat young girl stuff. This is this level up, get the bag. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is going to end badly because you're not versed enough in the game to play with me and men on my level. I'm being straight up. You're not ready for it.
Okay. Can you go more in detail
Yeah,
by
you
what
can book a
exactly you mean?
session. You can
Okay.
you can book a session. But
Okay.
what I'm telling you is you have a lot of things on your mind of how the world should be and should not go. And I have not seen your photo, but I'm
Right.
going to tell you this. There are far more. Beauty is a dime a dozen. I'm in Atlanta. I'll be in New York later this week. Beautiful women are everywhere. And
Get that.
you coming and saying, "Hey, take me. I'm an adjustable 6 and take my hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I'm not going to pay a bill around here." That's fine. What's he going to get from you? A wife. But due respect, this other woman will be a wife too. He's going to get kids. She gives him kids. What's special? And you haven't said what's special about you that separates you from the competition.
My personality.
This,
I
which
mean,
is on display right here, and it's not a winning one.
well, that's because we've had, encounters in the past.
I'm
So
a
I'm sure
mature
that you
man, young lady. I don't.
okay.
That trust me, sweetheart. If I was, you probably wouldn't have let me on. I let you back on and told you to come back up. I'm not studying you
Right. And I do appreciate you letting me come back on your show. That was
because
very
I'm
nice.
a high value man, and that's what I'm telling you. You're not. You think I don't want to say this to hurt your feelings, but I think you think you're more value. You come across as being higher value than you may be. I don't say
Okay.
that you are, but you may be. And
Okay.
and what you're telling me and the people you watch and the
Uh-huh.
things you watch, I mean, okay, but how is that helping you have better outcomes with men?
Okay.
Because
So
if you have a boyfriend, how long have you been with your boyfriend?
I've been with him for about 8 months.
All right. Does he know you're unhappy with him?
No, I'm not unhappy with him. I just want
Well, actually, you are, because it's coming off in this interaction like she's actually looking for better. She's coming off like she actually wants to make this level up and go for the man that's making $300,000 a year at least. But when Kevin brings up the fact that she sounds unhappy in her relationship, it's like, no, I'm not unhappy. You can't lie for much longer.
something different out of the relationship than
Which
what
is
he does.
what?
I want somebody who's going to make more money than what he does, than what he's going to make.
What does he do for a living?
Right now, he just graduated as well, and he's going back to school. So we're both going back to
Going back to
school.
school for what?
He's going back to school to get his a nursing degree. I mean, like a master's in nursing.
So what is this?
They make
What is his
he'll
bachelor's in?
he'll make it's another nursing degree. He'll
Okay,
make
so you're
so
dating
he's
a
just
white guy in Michigan who's has a nursing degree, and they'll do respectable 50, 60, 70, $80,000 a year.
mhm.
All right. And have you ever dated a black man?
I've dated one or two, and
See,
it was literally just maybe like a couple of dates.
so you dated an above average earning potential white guy.
Yes, I haven't found any black ones.
Well, and again, even this guy you want so ma'am, due respect, you're not happy with him. If he would, what would he think if he heard this?
Um, I don't know. I don't think he would be very happy.
Well, this is so again, and you're the woman that says you got men in your inbox and this and that, and I'm like, well, you're in a whole relationship with
Mhm.
a white guy, but you came on my platform wanting me to give negative stats about black guys, and you're not happy with the white guy you're with. That's why I'm like, you really sound
No.
confused, ma'am. I'm just going. It may
Yeah.
not be the way you want the narrative to go, but it's the overall truth. You're with a guy who does he treat you well?
Yeah, he's amazing,
But
but I'm not in love. So,
I don't care. Okay, exactly. And see, man, what I need you to understand, if a man were to be moving like you're moving, they would call him a dog. You would have all kind of pejorative things to say that a man is with a woman who treats him well and is amazing, but over here he doesn't earn enough or whatever. So you're looking to better deal him. That's fine. If you want to get out there, but the world is going to give you what you put out. And if you're
okay.
looking to pick a guy, if you're looking for to pick somebody based on income, that's fine. But you better be worth it because while you may be able to get, let's just call him Brad the nurse, when you start talking about Keith or Marcus or Enrique the doctor, baby girl, you can't hang with that kind of competition because they're coming for him. They're coming from
Okay.
him hard, and they're coming with better deals than $100,000 in debt and adjustable six.
So do these guys seek girls out and ask them to go on dates, even if they're not really like interested in dating them?
What do you mean?
So they've reached out to me and asked me to go on dates. Are you saying that
What does
they
dating mean?
like the guy
Dating.
that on the
Listen to this. You already want to know
okay,
what dating means to us? Dating
what?
equals sex.
Okay.
Here's what you tell them. I'm a virgin and I'm gonna keep be a virgin till married. See how many times they respond back to you.
Okay.
They're
I will
not
try.
trying to just date you, they're trying to have sex with you.
Okay.
See, what I find is a lot of you so-called swirlers are really kind of confused. But black men aren't your problem.
Mhm.
I mean, have you ever called a white guy or white and they gave you this much information?
No, but you're the only channel I watch like this.
Well, but again, the fact that you're watching me at all is is kind of amazing, right? Because apparently we're not supposed to exist. See, I was here in Atlanta with my mixed group this weekend and had brothers in from around the black men from around the country.
I understand that, but you said it yourself. They read at a fourth grade reading level on average, so it's very rare.
Excuse me. That's on average. What does that have to do with the black men that were here, flew in town? See how you just did that? I said I had my mixed group here in Atlanta, and and you automatically undercut. Your programming is to tear black men down so quickly. So it's no wonder you can't find a black man. You don't like us. You need.
I I mean, and with all due respect, I've never for some reason I definitely don't attract dark-skinned black men. I don't think that they like the reflection of themselves, but
Well,
I've
but
attracted light-skinned
that's
black
your
men.
that is your again. You keep trying to weave this in. That is your opinion based upon what?
Just the fact that even low, I don't know, like they seem to
What?
just
Okay,
not really
you
like
don't date
dark-skinned
black
black
men,
men,
so you cannot really tell me
black
what black.
women.
Okay, you don't date black men, yet you talk as though you know black men, and you don't date black men. You
Because I
sound.
had to stop because of all the
Excuse
things that I
me.
was seeing.
Stop at what age? 15?
No, I stopped around 19, 20.
And
So
the
that
white boy ain't doing no better.
I've never met a white
Wait, 1920. Interesting. She said she's only went on 2 dates or a date with 2 black men, and they haven't even last anything significant. So how is it now if she's only 22? You see, and this makes sense to them. This makes perfect sense to them.
Great man, that's a colorist.
Oh my God. What color is your father?
My father is a black man.
Right. How long have your father and mother been married?
They've been married for 25 years.
Is he worth a damn?
He has some issues.
Wow.
Yeah, she has daddy issues. That's where it is. Ding, ding, ding. So you don't like everyone else because your black dad, you think is a bit shaky and on the fence. You don't really like him like that. Nice.
Wow. Is he your skin complexion?
He is, and I actually think he's a colorist.
Wow.
I'm actually pretty sure he's a colorist. My mom's not.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh my God. I need better health. I mean, did you hear what this woman just said? Ooh, this is the problem I have with you swirlers and you colorist people. You make so many logical fallacies and jumps and it. Let me back it down, ma'am.
Where did that make
Let me back it down.
Okay.
Your father has been married to your mother for 25 years.
Yes.
And you just disrespected your father. Which makes sense because you're disrespectful to black men, which was the first question I asked you. You are the focal point for the issues you have with black men. It's not your dark skin, it's your dark attitude. You need help. You can
Kevin,
laugh. You can
not
laugh. Look,
fair.
no, it is very fair. I don't say things lightly, ma'am. And the laughter, remember, gentlemen, I told you it's a tell. Ma'am, I said it in the last broadcast. At 22 years old, you are far too angry. And I find it interesting that many of you have a father, and at every turn you've torn it. My father likes less than my mother. So your father ain't worth shit in your eyes.
To be fair, he was very abusive, extremely abusive.
Abusive. How many times did he break your arm?
The police were at our house multiple times, and he was actually banned from our home for a month. Goes along
Right.
with the stats
But okay.
for
And
domestic violence.
hold on. And I'm gonna go down this path.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down this path.
Okay.
Your mother was just sitting there knitting sweaters and mittens for everybody, and your father just came in whooping ass.
No. So
Exactly.
actually,
So you don't, excuse me, you are old enough to know relationships. And this is what happens too often in the black community. You and children tend to judge relationships from the kid's standpoint. Are your mother and father still together? Yes. Then apparently she knows more than you do.
Are you saying it's okay to hit somebody?
I'm saying stay in the child's place because you don't know everything. And lastly, if oh my God. And if your mother were to hear her daughter sit here and question her decisions.
Oh, she knows. She talks about leaving him all the time.
Right. And this is another problem. You ladies talk to your daughters and wonder why they're poisoned against their fathers. Ma'am, let me make it real plain. You need counseling. You got a lot of issues you need to talk out, but you've turned all this into colorism and black men, and you cannot point to individual black men. What does a black man who ain't your father do to you?
Well, it's well known that the majority of them
What does a black man that ain't your
like
what does a black man that's not your father do to you?
It's well known that the majority of them
What did
don't
a black
like
man that's not your father do to you?
I've had some really bad experiences
Such as
with black men.
such as
such as I remember one guy we went out to eat and he didn't want to pay.
Oh, he didn't
he
want to
lived at
pay.
home.
So that's
He didn't have a car.
excuse me. I want everybody to listen. I'm waiting for, attempted R or something. And she said the worst thing she could pull up was a black man who did not want to pay. But yet you were willing to come on here and tear black men down, want me to quote negative black man stats. And I ask you, what has a black man done to you that's not your father? And all you can say is he didn't want to pay. Ma'am, that's insane. That you want to talk about all these black men that you don't know, and you're so ready to quote stats and facts and statistics when you've made up black men to be a boogeyman. This is this color purpling of black men. I'm done with this, man.
Okay,
I can't do this anymore. No.
Do you think it's normal that they don't like their
I'm not doing it anymore. Get off my I let that go because I find it interesting that so many women like to say that these male spaces are so full of misogynists and hurt people and this and that. And I'm like, if you peel the layers of the onion back, what did a black man do to her? She had nothing. He didn't want to pay for dinner. That's it. He didn't try to. That's it. Well, my mom and dad, they're still married, right? Well, the police, again, how many times did you hear Tara father try to take shots at her dad? Lady, you need therapy. Because fast forward, she's with Brad. He's a great guy, 8 months. And you're still in the D. Ooh, ooh. You're going to make me rich, though. That's another segment for Casey. I got a Casey three-peat. I'm serious, Casey. I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't really need you to go back and try to make up stuff. I'm being serious. You need to seek therapy.
More than that. But everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. It's a very interesting episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and turn on post notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.